It's been about 3 years since I uploaded my first video, and I guess I'm gonna try to clarify a few things in it, like why I made it, what my thought process was, and things like that. So, the year I made it, like, that was the year when I broke up with my ex. We had been together for 8 years, and she gave me an ultimatum. We were both sorta unhappy, but she gave me an ultimatum, and I was like, well, I don't like ultimatums, so let's just end our relationship and go separate ways. So we did that, and everything felt good for a while. But about a little more than half a year later, I started dating again. I tried to get into dates, and it was very tough. It was, it reminded me of things that happened when I was young, because what I talk about in my video are things that happened when I was young. So when I made the video, I was about 25, I think, 25 or 26, something around that. And I'm talking about things that happened when I was 14, 15. It's not, I wasn't talking about the present, but I was very reminded of my past when I was starting dating again. And there were many similarities, and it gave me a very big depression. It brought back like my past a lot, and I had a very bad downward spiral. Like I had like a crisis or whatever, and that's nothing unusual. People get that. But whenever I used to get those crisis things, whenever things get very tough, I usually write in a notepad. Like I write my feelings in a notepad, and then I delete it, or I make a voice recording and delete it, just get it out of my system, because sometimes things get too much and you can't always deal with it yourself. But this time I decided to drink and make a video, and the point was, I'm gonna make a video and it's not gonna get big. I want it to get lost on the internet. I didn't want it to get views. I wanted there to be a video that exists for people who are in a similar boat, and I just wanted it to be a small thing. I wasn't expecting or didn't want anything out of it. And for a year, the video had got up to 10,000 views, which was like, I was like, okay, that's good. Like, I checked in like once a month or once every few months, whenever I got, when I felt like I wanted to see how it was doing. And then suddenly from nowhere, YouTube algorithm decided that it should blow up, and that's how it went down. That's why it got big. It's as simple as that. Touching on things in the video, like I was very drunk and very depressed. People think that that's who I am, that I drink all the time or a lot, and that like I'm always depressed. But usually I'm not. I'm usually very positive. I'm very rarely actually depressed or sad or anything like that. Usually I try to crack jokes and make other people smile, and I usually feel a very positive and good energy. So I'm not really depressed in that sense. And that's not the type of person I am. And people think that, because you drink once on video or twice, or you drink when you have a tough period, that you're like having drinking problems, which is weird. So yeah, I mean, I don't really drink at all, like especially not anymore, since my health problems are terrible. Like for the past 2 years, I've maybe had like one bottle of liquor, and maybe like 2 or 3 beers in total. Like I don't drink a lot, so it's maybe a misconception people have about me. Maybe I should talk more about my past and my relationship and stuff like that. So it's no exaggeration when I said that I probably had like 400 dates. Now what does that mean? You went out with 400 people? Not really. It means you get a connection with a person online, basically, and some of them you meet, some of them you don't meet. And in total, I was doing it for about 2 years, maybe 3, when I was a teenager. And that was all I was doing when I wasn't with friends, basically. So like when I wasn't with friends or I wasn't having like some kind of gaming period, then I was just working out, working on myself and trying to date, because I had spent months on meditating and figuring myself out, and I found out that I'm the type of person who wants to form a connection with someone else. Like that's who I am. Like I'm very romantic and passionate, and I wanted to feel the connection with another soul. That's what I was striving for. And I decided that's what I want, and that's what I need to work towards. So I was like overweight when this all started. So I was changing my life completely. I stopped gaming, I stopped eating trash food. I spent literally all day working out. I worked out in the morning, evening, during the day I took hour-long walks. I just worked out all the time and just ate healthy. Well, I ate healthy and ate healthy. I ate hamburger meat, broccoli, and I only drank water, and sometimes I had yogurt. And I ate that every day for like 6 months. So I just went hard at it. And you know, if you're a teenager and you make a big change like that, like during your teenagers, like when you're in your teens, your body works faster. Like you burn fat faster, you know, you lose weight much easier. So I went from fat to fit in like less than a year. And yeah, I made a big change to my life. And it didn't really matter because the problem was there. Throughout my, like, I was exercising, eating, and trying to date at the same time. And I was doing all these three things. Like, that was my hobby, that was my life. Because I wanted to, like, that was my dream, my goal in life, my passion, you know. And so I worked on that. And it didn't matter what I did. I learned in the end that what matters is your face. You know, it didn't matter how much I improved my physical being, you know, if I was funny or nice or what mentality I had, that didn't matter at all, because like even after my transformation, my change and my attitude and everything, it still didn't matter. People always just said like, you're not my type, you're unattractive or whatever. And so then I was like, I'm gonna change my focus. I'm no longer gonna try to find anyone because it seems like it's like impossible. So what I did was I tried to just be there for others that needed me. So I registered on like chat boards and stuff, and I just wrote with people who seemed like they were depressed. And that's when I found my ex. She was one of them. We talked, and she lived in the area. We met, and like it was the first times we met. Like she seemed like a nice person, you know. We had many things in common, you know. Things were tough, and things just clicked, you know. We had lots of fun together, and it wasn't a bad experience at first, you know. The first few months or whatever, we were getting along very good, and everything was nice. But she was very easily influenced by others, and many other people, like her friends and family. She showed them pictures of me, and they told her like how horrendous I was. And that's what she got influenced by, that because originally she never gave me any impression that she thought that I was unattractive. She was like one of the few with an odd taste who actually liked who I was. But yeah, everyone told her like, you can do better than him, he's terrible and all that. But she still liked being with me, but like it changed how she saw me, and she started seeing what other people were seeing, and it kind of ruined our relationship, sorta. And yeah, it was a very up and down negative spiral for years. It wasn't all bad though. We had many nice moments. It wasn't like everything is dog shit, abusive relationship. No, there were good parts. There were good parts, and there are nice memories we had together. And you know, normally a person isn't with a person that's like a horrible monster for years. So it wasn't all bad. So it's not like a complete disaster. Like in a way, I regret it. In a way, I don't. You know, so things worked out for the better. So for people who basically want to know, like, why did you make your channel, all that, I had a tough month. I wanted to put myself out there with something that I didn't really find. I tried finding other people with my problems or relative same experiences, and I couldn't. There were no videos, no motivation. There was no one to connect to. So I decided to be that person, and I didn't want it to be big at all. Like 13 million views is kind of insane. I still don't really, it's sort of unreal. But yeah, I was hoping for like 50,000 views at most. I didn't want it to go over 50,000, but when it did, you know, I met Lullaby. I put my Discord out. I could fulfill one of my dreams is to, I like to help people out. I want to be there for people. You know, when I was a teenager and I had friends over and they brought strangers, they usually used to chill on on my balcony and have a smoke break and talk. And they like to listen to me, not listen to me, I like to listen to them, and they liked the advice I was giving them, and they always, like, we entered the balcony and we talked, and they came in and they were like happy after our talks, and they liked my advices and stuff. And so I was like, I'd really like to do this, you know. So my Discord is out there for people who need to talk, and if I can help, I will try to help. That's why I did that. So what am I doing now? Well, I'm mostly just making videos for fun. I try to make it as a hobby, although it kinda, a part of me wants to kinda go into it more like a profession, like a job. But it just feels so weird, like telling people to subscribe or advertise to you or whatever. You know, check out my Patreon and all that. It just feels so wrong. It doesn't feel right doing that. But we are in a financial crisis, sorta, and it would be helpful. Maybe I'll do that. I don't know. Maybe I will sink to that level. uh, but yeah, that's my thoughts about like the reasoning and behind the thought process and all that when it came to my original video. I will still stream. I stream here and there, so if you catch me on a stream and you have a question, you can always leave it there. But yeah, I guess that's gonna wrap it up for today. It's nice. Hope you all enjoyed this video. Some questions maybe were answered, and I will see you all in the next video.